Welcome back. Have you ever wondered why some Python code works, why the other gives errors? The secret to that is Python syntax. So, in this video, I'll be explaining the basic Python syntax that you ought to know with practical examples and real life analogy. So, if you want to know the basic Python syntax, stick to the end of this video. So, let's get started. So, coming to Python syntax are actually the set of rules that tells you how to write your Python code so that the Python interpreter will be able to understand and execute that code properly. Also, syntax there means grammar. You can see it in our English language. We have English grammar, which are the way that we do write English language. So the way we do write English language differs from the way that we do write French language. That's it in the programming world. The way that we do write Python grammar are different from the way we write JavaScript and C++. So that's actually the meaning of Python syntax there. So coming to the real life analogy of Python syntax, I'll be giving you guys two examples. One is our Google map. If you should search for a country, for example America, and you misspelled American and you didn't put, let me say, you didn't put the alphabet AJ, you see that there will be an error because the Google map doesn't know the meaning of that word that you just typed there. There will be an error. So if you type American with the right syntax, with the right grammar, you see that it will give you the location. So another analogy is our cell phone. Those that do make call, if I should get your contact now and misplace or misuse one of the numbers there, when I dial it, you see that there will be an error. I won't be able to reach you because there's a misplace of the number. The number there is not correct. So that's actually how Python code works. So once we give the Python interpreter the wrong syntax, it will automatically detect an error. Someone might be asking, why is Python syntax so important? So I will give you guys few reasons why Python syntax are important. First of all, they are used for, it makes collaboration easier, it makes debugging easier, it helps the Python interpreter to understand the code, and it also makes your code to be readable. So I'll be giving you guys the basic Python syntax rules and the tips on writing a good Python syntax. So coming to writing a good Python syntax, you have to know your built-in function. And I mentioned it earlier in the video earlier. I called the print function the built-in function. You have to know your parentheses, your quotation mark, and your comment, also your indentation. So I'll be giving you guys a practical explanation of this. As you keep enjoying this video, why not subscribe, like, and comment to this video. We have various Python syntax. One, we have the statements, which are single instruction that the Python do execute. So for instance, let me say I have a Python code that says print welcome. Print welcome. This is actually a set statement because it's a single instruction that the Python do execute. So next in our list, we have the indentation. So we say that the indentation uses Python uses indentation to define a block of code. Python uses indentation to define a block of code and is actually the space that we give at the beginning of our Python code. So let's see the work of the indentation now. Let's declare a variable that says age equals to 18.
and if age greater than or equals to 18, we indent it. This our colon. This is an indentation because this is the space. We said that the space that we give at the beginning of our code, this is actually the space at the beginning of line 3, and it's actually a block of code, which is this number 1 and number 2 are declare a block of code in Python programming. So let's print it out. Print our parentheses. Let's say you can vote, sorry, you can vote. So let's execute the code and see what we have. See, you can vote. So that's it. Next on our list, we have the comment. I will say that comment actually explains our Python code and makes the code more readable to a non-programmer. So this is actually the sign of comment in Python programming. So anything written after the comment are ignored by the Python interpreter. So this comment will be eligibility voting eligibility. So the work of the comment is to explain Python code to a non-programmer, and everything written after the Python code will be ignored by the Python interpreter. So let's execute the code and see. You can vote, and let's take away the comment and see what we have. You see that there will be a syntax error. As you can see, there's a syntax error, and once I input my comment, you see our code is back to life. So next in our list, we have the variables. We have our variables, and we say that variables are used to store data. They are used to store data and values. So let me say I have a variable name that say name equals to John, and another variable that say age equals to 18. And let's say print name, and also tell the computer to print age. You see John and 18. Actually, this the name is our variable value, and the value of that name is John. Also, our age is a variable with a variable value 18. So next in our list, we have our assignment operator. I will say that the work of an assignment operator is to assign a value to our variable. So let me take for instance, I have a Python code that say age equals to 18. age age equals to 18. So the equals to sign is called an assignment operator. In mathematics we call it equals to, but in Python programming we call it an assignment operator, and its work is to assign a value to a variable. As you can see now, the value of our variable age is 18 with the help of our assignment operator. So next on our list, we have our quotation mark, and you all know the work of the quotation mark. It's actually the text that we do write in our Python code. So let me say I have a variable that says name equals to Grace. So this is our quotation mark, and it actually tells the Python interpreter that this is actually a text. So program finish. So let's take the quotation mark and see what our Python interpreter does. You see, there's a syntax error. So that's also the work of the quotation mark. So we have the parenthesis, which is many function requires parenthesis. So let's take, I have a variable name that says, this is actually our parenthesis, but we call it brackets in English language. So, and we have the quotation mark, and I have also John. Let's execute the code and see. See, there wasn't no syntax error. But let's take one of the parentheses and see what we have. You see, the Python interpreter has detected an error. So these are the syntax that you all will be needing to make sure there is a proper running and execution of your Python code. So next in our list, we have our print function. So the work of the print function is to display things on the screen of the computer. So let me say I have a Python code that says print Python is fun. Print Python is fun. Yeah, print Python is fun. From the definition, we saw that it displays things on the screen, and actually it displays things on the screen, and it's totally called a built-in function. So anything right inside the quotation mark, once the print function is here, it will output it to it will output it to the Python screen. Let me say you can write anything. Let me say I'm a Python programmer. I'm a Python programmer. Says I'm a Python programmer. With the help of your print function, it displays things on the screen. So next on our list, we have the input function, which is the work of the input is to ask users information, is to ask information from the user. I know that most of you guys do sign into account, most of you guys do create accounts, and they will ask you of your name, your email address, and the rest. So that's actually the work of the input function. So let me say I have a Python code that says input brackets enter your name. Let's execute the Python code and see what we have. As you can see, it already asks user of their information, which is enter your name. Let me enter my name, Vincent, and the program has finished. So these are all the basic Python syntax that we have. Let me summarize what I've gone through. I said we have the statements, we have the indentation, we have the comments, we have the variables, we have the assignment operator, we have the quotation mark, we have the parentheses, we have the print function, and last but not the least, we have the built-in function.